Welcome back to the training experiment where you guys send me your questions, and if I think I have a solution, I will share it with you. Today we had a question from a gentleman. He says, Sam, when I don't get sore after a workout, does this mean I did not train hard enough? This is a great question. I've gotten this question before, and I feel like many of you have probably wondered this yourself, so I'm going to break it down for you here today and show you exactly what's going on. Warrior, the average Joe, you do not want to be so sore after every single workout where it hampers the functions of everyday life. So, training soreness is the result of either training in a way that is a new stimulus to your body, so your body doesn't recognize it and has to work harder in order to adapt to it, which causes more muscle soreness, or the type of training that you're actually engaging in. So if you are not getting sore after your workouts, it really comes down to what type of exercise are you engaging in. If you're engaging in strength training, power training, athletic training, things of this nature, you're probably not going to elicit a response to your body to get super sore. Why? Because there's not a lot of time under tension. There's not a lot of damage being done to your musculoskeletal system. Instead, this type of training is very central nervous system based. So what you're doing is you're frying your nervous system. You're training your body to be better at moving fast and lifting heavy things. But this doesn't necessarily correlate to muscle soreness because there's not a lot of time under tension. Let me explain it this way. When you do a bicep curl, you hold the weight down here at your hips and you bring it up. That's concentric action. That is the shortening of your muscle. All the muscle fibers are shortening together. Okay, at the top, at the hold here, is an isometric action where the muscle stays engaged. Lowering it down, the lengthening of your muscle during a repetition, is the eccentric portion. That is what causes muscle soreness because that is where the most damage is done, because you shorten the muscle, you hold them all together, and then they slowly rip apart. The myosin and actin filament slowly rip apart. The more time under tension, the more you're doing this, the slow eccentric movements, the more sore you're going to be the next day. So if you're doing a lot of bodybuilding style training where there's a lot of volume, and a lot of time under tension, you will experience more muscle soreness. But if you're doing things such as power cleans where it's just you start all the way down to the ground and then boom, you're up at your neck and you're done, there's not really that much eccentric movement going on, so you may not be that sore the next day. But you do have to be very cautious because you're frying your central nervous system. So you cannot do that so many days in a row or else you will overtrain your nervous system and then you have a bunch of other problems. But the reason I'm telling you this is because maybe you're not training in a way that's eliciting a response to your body to get sore. And that's okay. That doesn't mean that you're not progressing. That doesn't mean that you're not building muscle. That doesn't mean that you're not getting stronger. That doesn't mean that you're not getting leaner. So I hope this explanation is helping you understand that soreness does not necessarily correlate to fitness progress in general. But if you're going a couple weeks and you're not getting sore, you look in the mirror, you look the same, you're not seeing any progress in your strength, you're not seeing any progress in your power, you don't feel as good as you have been, change up your workouts, maybe push the bar a little bit more to elicit a response to get more sore, throw in some new stimulus. Then if you get sore after not getting sore for a long time because you changed up your workout, now you're on to something. Now you may be doing something that's benefiting you. But if you can't walk the next day, like after every training session you can barely function and you can't go play a game of basketball or you can't lay down with your girlfriend, that's not good. Like that's doing more harm to you for your overall well-being than good. So you don't want that, okay? I know this whole thing where no pain, no gain, I get it. I understand. And you want to go full force and you just want to push the limits, but your body really is not like that, okay? You want to hit the gym for 45 minutes, no longer than an hour, and you want to go home and you want to diet correctly, you want to recover properly, and you want to rest. If you're a little bit sore the next day, that's okay. If you can't move the next day, you're doing something wrong. If you roll over and you can't get a boner to bang your girlfriend, you are overtraining. Okay? I don't care how sore you are or how much muscle you have, you're overtraining. You don't want that. Okay? You don't need that. Okay? If you can't go sit down and take a shit without your legs collapsing under you, you're doing something wrong. You don't need to do that. But if you're a weekend warrior Just because you're not getting sore after every workout does not mean you're not progressing. Okay, so you do have to take in these different variables. Check your diet, okay? If you're getting too sore after every workout, check your diet. How's your recovery? How's your sleep? Okay, go see a doctor. Get your blood work done or your hormones balanced. What's going on? Find these things out. But for the most part, if you're not getting sore after the workout, it usually comes down to your intensity is not good enough, you've been doing the same stuff for a long time, or the type of training that you're doing is not eliciting a response to get sore. I hope that helped. I know it was a little bit more of a rant than I wanted to do, but I'm highly caffeinated right now, so I apologize. If you have any other questions, feel free to email me at samtletson@gmail.com. Check out my website, thetrainingexperiment.com. Look at my program. It's called You're Not Stressed Enough. It shows you how you can actually use stress to your benefit and change your life in a positive way. Follow me on the gram, subscribe to the channel, share it all over your fucking social media because everybody needs to know this shit. Peace.